This guy is a true wordsmith. His words will definitely touch your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, this piece is called No More Libraries. Let's give it up for Danny Matos!
One day there will be no more libraries. We've traded books for nooks, libraries for search engines, human checkout personnel for self-service machines. Put a robot in a human's place and suddenly no one's hiring.
Books are boiling at Fahrenheit 451, evaporating into thin air. Apparently there's no longer a need for trees in paperless societies. There once was a desire to touch a soft, though sometimes hard, or coarse, though sometimes smooth face of a novel. No longer an option, though, because we've rekindled the wrong flame, wrapped in a plain black leather case, which makes everything we read all the same. The smudged fingerprints across the author's name have become a crime scene only the right click for the next page can solve. How can we be claimed to be touched by a page if there are no more pages?
Wow.
One day my screen will run out of power in some far-off place off the grid, and I will be unable to read a book because I forgot to plug it in. And I will beg for a paper cut, the silent sting from a B word I couldn't put down.
Have you ever heard a buzzing beehive? Well, honey, let me tell you about the stuff that bees like. That stuff gives bees purpose and even brings tea life. So what would bees do if they couldn't make honey? Would there be like a bee strike? Yet for us, venues are closing, and it won't be long before the world goes schizophrenic from all the incessant poetic whispers as they enter in and out from an artist center. Artistic centers and venues medicate them. They are maternity wards, always describing scenes from someone's rebirthing behind the mic for the first time. They are Sistine Chapels, painted by either Michelangelo or Donatello. I mean, who else can get away with such a metaphor? And where do these venues go when they die? They've competed in the octagon against mainstream appeal and have fought with frozen yogurt and cups of coffee and have become stuck in real estate purgatory. But these voices are going nowhere. You can try and stuff them in a box all you want, but words are the only reason you know what a box is to begin with.
The robots could record our voices, but there would be no hearts attached. It's just the Wizard of Oz world. Where's the real Dorothy at?
Soon enough, robots are going to start ovulating. They're trying to replace our crops of creation with their GMOs, genetically modified occupations.
Hey.
So create is in our DNA. There isn't a single person in this world who hasn't drawn their name or any engraved saying on glass above a window pane in the rain. Scarecrow wouldn't have the brains for that.
Lion wouldn't have the courage to get up on this stage. You can't train an animal to spit a human's experience. If we keep losing venues, we're going to have to spit in cafeterias. Nursing homes are the only record stores we have left. Our grandparents remember stuff us new kids so easily forget. Have you seen Williamsburg lately? Everything that is vintage is sold for a pretty penny. Maybe if we save some of the good old things, our souls wouldn't be so empty. Not all upgrades make all things better. This is for the Bowery. May we never forget her. This is for every place that did art and now has a for sale sign above it. Just know that we are still standing.
We are still standing.
We will always be artists.
We will always be artists.
You cannot repurpose us.
You cannot repurpose us.
I told y'all so.